I have decided that I can no longer date 24-year-olds. You know, we had a good time, had a lot of fun, but I gotta move on up. The lowest I'll go now is 25. 25, and that's it.
If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough.
That's not normal, and I think, you should maybe get some help or something.
So here we have a group of 30-plus-year-old women, I should say, who never cashed in their chips, who didn't use their 20s wisely, as I teach the few females who follow my channel too, in their 20s. Right? Didn't use their 20s wisely. They were out there partying. They were out there, taking trips to Cabo. They were out there, pissing on all the beta males in their lives. And now they're in their 30s, right? Their golden ages, really. And are struggling, right? They're struggling to find guys who are their own age, who will commit to them. The thing that these ladies don't realize, right? The lie that they bought into in their 20s was that these guys would always be there. And it's not until they turn 30, when it's too late, when they pass a point of no return, that they quickly realize that, oops, I've been sold a lemon. I've been sold a bill of goods. Okay, I've been sold some snake oil. None of it was true, because none of these guys are still out there. As you heard in one of the girls' little rant, she said that guys who are her own age, 35, are waiting till 50 to settle. And even those guys, sweetie, when they turn 50 and they want to settle, they ain't going to be settling for you. They're going to be settling for chicks in their 20s. Okay? Chicks who still have their youth, their fertility, and chicks whose eggs have not yet dried up. Because once you hit your 30s, that's what happens to your eggs. That's why so many of these, women are trying to freeze their eggs, which is just very, very just gross to me. I know, it's just like very, very creepy. I would be very, very disturbed to one day be told that I was a frozen embryo in a lab waiting to hatch like an egg, right? Unbelievable. But as you can see, this is essentially their future, right? This is what they are doomed to live out, because they did not get married sooner. They did not spend their 20s finding a husband. They spent their 20s riding the CC instead. And once you make that decision to ride the CC, with each passing man that you have sex with, your value decreases more and more and more, right? It's bad enough that your values decrease from all these men you slept with, but now you're in your 30s. So really, there's really nothing for you to offer. And most of these chicks don't have anything to offer after that age, except for a loud potty mouth and just lots of self-absorption, right? There's really nothing for her to offer that is feminine, that is godly, that is traditional, that is natural, that is generous or giving. No, because the older she gets, the more masculine she's going to become. You guys learned that from me, right? So what do these girls have to offer these guys that are their age? They can't even act like girlfriends these days, right? They want to be someone's girlfriend or someone's wife. They don't even want to act like that. They want to tell you, oh, I'm not going to cook for you. What do I look like, your slave? Anytime you want to have a conversation with them, oh, no, well, this happened to me today. This happened to me. You're like, well, somebody in my family just passed away. Well, but, this happened to me. Let me talk about this. They're just so self-obsessed that it's just a nightmare to be with any of these females, right? Especially beyond the age of 30. I always tell you guys, there's a reason why these chicks are still out there. There's a reason why they're still single. That does not happen by accident. Make no mistake about it. Does not happen by accident at all. They made this decision. Okay, they made this decision. Even the first girl that we've featured tonight, the fitness model. All right, that chick's fit. She's not even wearing makeup. She's, not bad looking. I'm sure if she put on makeup, she would look much, much better. But that chick is a fitness model, and here she is talking about now that she's turned 30, she's not going to date anyone under the age of 25. She's going to date 25-year-olds and up. Well, the thing you have to understand there, honey, is those guys will never take you seriously. They're just going to use you as a sperm box. Okay, you're just going to become like most of these chicks who are over 30 and still single, unmarried, unwed, no husband. All you're going to become in life is a sperm dumpster for men on dating apps. Period. Okay, period. That's the truth. You're going to become a sperm dumpster, a sperm trash can for men on these dating apps, a sperm toilet, if I may. All the while being sold on this dream that you deserve your forever man. You deserve the high value Chad, the one that you're never going to get. Okay, you deserve him because that is, that is essentially the lie that you've been sold all your life, that the mainstream continues to sell you. Feminism continues to sell you. Right? And I've always told you guys, women don't like the truth. Why do you think they freak out whenever they hear the truth? Right? I was just watching these videos on demon possessions. It was really, really, it was really, really fascinating on how certain priests do these exorcisms, right? And they said, one thing that drives the demons crazy is when we sprinkle holy water on them. They're like, ah! The demons freak out. It's kind of like with women. When you sprinkle the truth on them. It's like, the truth, no, not that. I want to be told I'm perfect. I want to be told I deserve everything. I deserve the world. I deserve it. Oh. It was kind of the same thing. It was reminding me of that in many ways. But regardless, you had this fitness model who easily just could have cashed it in earlier, right? Could have had herself a man. And funny enough, I mean, not to get off track, but a lot of the reason behind this is that these women stay single and can't hang on to a man is the fact that they just can't shut it, right? They just can't shut up about themselves. They just can't shut up about how great they are. They just can't just keep their mouths closed for more than 2 seconds and just stop talking about yourself. Like, have you ever been on a date with some of these modern women? Like, I know you guys still use those dating apps. I've told you guys, stop using the dating apps. But you guys are still using these dating apps. You're on the phone with some of these chicks, or you actually, go out with some of these chicks. You might meet for coffee or something. And you're like literally sitting there like this as she rambles on about herself and how awesome her life is and how great she is and how, oh, I struggled through this and I struggled through that. And look, I made it. And you're just sitting there like, yeah. Okay, cool. And not the entire time does she go, well, what about you? And anytime she does have the generosity, like, oh, how about you? And you go, yeah, me and my cousin once. Oh, by the way, I have a cousin too. My cousin did this. And then you're like this for another hour. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, it was nice meeting you. I mean, that's essentially most modern females these days, right? If you ever have a conversation with a married woman, whether she's in her 30s, 40s, even her 50s, right? You have a conversation with her, I mean, she'll you'll quickly realize why this chick is married. You'll quickly realize why guys were lining up to put a ring on her finger. She'll sit there, she'll listen to you, she'll look at you, and she'll have social empathy for you. She'll go oh wow, that must have been really hard to struggle through that. How did you get through that? She'll naturally be interested in hearing you talk. Right? Whereas for a single chick, no. It's complete opposite. It's like her. It's all, you just sit there and listen. Just listen to the story. And then I'm going to pop quiz you after and see if you're paying attention. Is it any wonder why they don't have husbands? Is it any wonder why they don't have children? Is it any wonder why their entire lives revolve around themselves? I mean, what makes you think you're going to come in there and anything, they're even going to value anything, even your existence in that relationship? They won't. But I mean, what else can you say? It's just not even it's no mystery why these chicks cannot find a man and hang on to the man, right? I mean, it's not that they can't find a man, they just can't find the high value guy that will stick around, right? None of them are bad looking. I've said this a number of times. None of them are ugly. They're all pretty good looking. So there's no excuse for them not to have been settled down already. But their standards are so high, and they think so highly of themselves that it becomes impossible for them to fulfill those requirements, and then they stay single, you know. And a lot of it just rolls back to baseline narcissism, right? They just think way too highly of themselves. Whereas for married women and women who actually do get married are at least a little bit humble, right? They're willing to lower their standards a bit. They're willing to be a little more realistic and exercise a little more common sense. Like, hey, you know, I see these girls on these dating apps and they don't look happy. They look miserable. They look like they're all shooting for the fences and trying to get guys out of their league. I think I'm going to cash in my chips early. I'm going to pick the best guy that I can. Like Em said, I'm going to vet him carefully, and then I'm going to get married and make sure I never end up like one of these broads, one of these harpies, one of these sperm dumpsters on Bumble or OkCupid or Tinder. Or Plenty of Whales. Plenty of fish. Right? As always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, drop them in the comments below, and I will read them, right? Believe it or not, I will read your comments, so drop them below. And with that said, I am going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to my channel. So please make sure you're subscribed, and also feel free to share my coaching videos with other like-minded friends of yours who also want to become their best versions of themselves. Not only do I want you to subscribe, but I also want you to tell your friends about our channel and have them subscribe as well so we can reach other men. Okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the exact same type of women that myself and my students are out there cold approaching and bringing into our lives every single week. And I kid you not, guys, we're doing this every single week. We're doing this consistently, okay? Consistently. We're not having any dry spells or anything like that. We're doing this consistently. This is the absolute best way to support my work. And right now it's only $1. This is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you love what I do, if you love my content, if you love my DeLorean, I love this car, then jump into 7 Months to Mastery. It's real easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.